A week after Election Day in the Fairbanks North Star Borough, the Assembly chambers hosted the final calculation of this year's results. Candidates, public officials, and community members came out to watch as questioned and absentee ballots were added to the vote totals in each race. All told, 856 absentee and 468 questioned ballots were counted. Some were disqualified during canvassing, which took place over the last week. However, the number that were dropped is not yet clear. A number of races closed with tight margins this year, none more so than the race for borough mayor. Coming into today's events, Grier-Hopkins held a mere 43 vote advantage over opponent John Coghill, and once the dust settled, Hopkins had expanded his lead to 154. Hopkins and Coghill each reacted to the news and shared their thoughts on the campaign trail.
It was a really good campaign with John. He's a really good man who cares deeply about this community, and that's why it was a clean race and a good race. And we share a lot of goals for seeing our community succeed. We share a birthday. August 15th is both our birthdays, and I'll be wishing him one next year, but until now I'm going to need his help going forward too. So I hope to have his help and have his support as we all try to unite and build our community together.
He was for the community and so was I. Same issues, we brought the same issues many times, but different approaches. He sold it a little better than I did, and he got the nod, but it's a narrow nod. So I'm hoping that him and I can communicate along the way. There's things I get to bring to the table that maybe will be helpful to him. In the meanwhile, like I told my wife earlier today, if I win, I'm going to work. If I don't, I'm going to work.
Here are the final results for the 2024 municipal elections in the Fairbanks North Star Borough. In the close race for borough mayor, Grier-Hopkins has won with 9,434 votes, with the second-place finisher John Coghill at 9,280, giving them 48.4% and 47.6%, respectively. Robert Shields came in third with 705 votes, or 3.6% of the vote. Turning to Borough Assembly, Seat A saw incumbent David Guttenberg finish with a leading 54.2% of the vote, ahead of challenger Miguel Ramirez's 45.5%. Seat F's final count shows Tammy Wilson just under 200 votes ahead of Garrett Armstrong, totaling 50.4% of the vote to Armstrong's 49.4%. And for Seat G, incumbent Kristen Kelly currently has kept her seat with a 401 vote advantage over challenger Jimmy Cash. Kelly took 50.9%, with Cash finishing at 48.8%. Switching over to school board, Seat A saw Loa Carol Hubbard maintain her lead over Tamara Cruz Rosales, 50.1% to 49.3%, a lead of 156 votes. Morgan Doolean ended ahead of former board member April Smith for Seat B, with 50.6% of the vote to Smith's 48.7%. Borough-wide Proposition 1, which maintains the tax cap, was passed handily, with nearly two-thirds of voters opting for a yes. The race for Fairbanks City Council Seat A has incumbent Jerry Cleworth keeping his seat with 64% of the vote, compared to challenger Sean McDonald's 35%. Meanwhile, the three-way race for City Council Seat B shows former councilmember Valerie Therian ending with 39.8% of the vote, followed by Olivia Rodriguez with 31.4% and Aaron Crook with 28.2%. Heading over to North Pole, in the race for city mayor, Larry Turch III finished ahead with 57.5% over Anton Keller's 41%. Both candidates, Santa Claus and Ellen Glab, who ran for the two open seats on North Pole City Council, will gain a spot.